Imagine vanishing without a trace, leaving behind nothing but a series of cryptic clues. A young woman with a promising future, a car crash on a desolate road, and then nothing. No confirmed sightings, no definitive answers, just speculation and mystery. This is the story of Maura Murray, a bright 21-year-old nursing student who disappeared on a cold February night in 2004. To this day, her fate remains one of the most perplexing cases in modern true crime history. Where did she go, and why? Join us as we unravel the chilling mystery of Maura Murray's disappearance, examining the facts, the theories, and the unanswered questions that still haunt investigators, her family, and internet sleuths around the world. Maura Murray was born on May 4, 1982 in Hanson, Massachusetts. The fourth of 5 children, Maura was described as intelligent, athletic, and highly driven. She excelled in academics and sports, running track and participating in the Reserve Officers Training Corps (ROTC) at the United States Military Academy at West Point before transferring to the University of Massachusetts Amherst to study nursing. She appeared to be on a promising path, but behind the scenes there were struggles, some personal, some mysterious. As we piece together the events leading up to her disappearance, we begin to see a story much more complicated than it initially seemed. The weeks before Maura vanished were marked by a series of strange incidents. On February 5, 2004, while working a security shift at UMass Amherst, Maura received a phone call that reportedly left her in tears. When asked by a supervisor what was wrong, she simply responded, "My sister." But her sister later denied that anything serious had happened. What was the real reason for her distress? Then, on February 7th, Maura's father, Fred Murray, visited her in Amherst. They went car shopping together since her own vehicle, a 1996 Saturn, was in poor condition. That night, Maura borrowed Fred's car to attend a party, but on her way back, she crashed it into a guardrail. Though no one was hurt, the incident left Maura shaken. Was this just an accident or a sign of something more troubling? The following day, Maura used her computer to search for information about hotels in New Hampshire, specifically in the White Mountains. She also emailed professors telling them she had a family emergency and would be away for a few days, but there was no known family emergency, so where was she really planning to go? February 9th, 2004, a seemingly ordinary day that would end in mystery. At 3:15 p.m., Maura withdrew $280 from an ATM. She then went to a liquor store and purchased a box of wine and some alcoholic beverages. Surveillance footage showed her alone, no signs of distress. She then got into her black Saturn and drove north. At around 7:27 p.m., Maura's car crashed into a snowbank along Route 112 in Haverhill, New Hampshire. A nearby resident, a school bus driver named Butch Atwood, saw the accident and stopped to offer help. Maura declined, insisting she had already called AA, but records show she never made that call. Minutes later, when police arrived at the scene, Maura was gone. Her car was locked, her belongings inside, including the purchased alcohol, a Coke bottle that smelled of liquor, and her school books. But there was no sign of struggle, no footprints leading away into the woods, just an empty road and a missing woman. The search for Maura Murray was immediate and intense. Law enforcement, search dogs, and volunteers combed the area. A scent tracking dog picked up Maura's trail but lost it about 100 yards down the road, as if she had gotten into another vehicle. Despite extensive searches, there was no sign of Maura, no confirmed sightings, no communication. The case quickly became a haunting enigma. What really happened to Maura Murray? Over the years, numerous theories have emerged. Did she stage her own disappearance, escaping a troubled life to start anew? Some point to her internet searches about hotels and her sudden departure as signs of a premeditated plan. Was she the victim of foul play? The remote crash location? The abrupt end of her scent trail? Could someone have picked her up with bad intentions? Or was it simply an accident? Did Maura wander into the freezing wilderness, succumb to the elements, and remain undiscovered? Each theory has its supporters, but none offer definitive answers, and the mystery only deepened as time passed. The disappearance of Maura Murray became one of the first internet-fueled mysteries. True crime forums, podcasts, and YouTube investigators dissected every detail, offering theories and speculations. Some internet sleuths even traveled to New Hampshire to conduct their own searches. Despite the attention, no conclusive evidence has ever surfaced. The case remains open, baffling both professionals and amateur detectives alike. Over the years, law enforcement has continued investigating. New searches have been conducted, leads followed, and possible human remains examined. In 2021, the FBI created a dedicated page for Maura's case, indicating ongoing interest. Could a breakthrough still come after all this time? Maura Murray's disappearance is one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of our time. A young woman full of potential, gone without a trace. Was she running away from something, or running towards something unknown? The case leaves us with more questions than answers. But one thing remains certain. Somewhere out there, the truth is waiting to be found.